I am standing at the most beautiful or Varanasi of the south called Nanjangud temple. This is Nanjundeshwara or Sri Kanteshwara. This is not a Hindu pilgrimage. It's also beautifully known for its architecture and Saiva sculptures. The temple known as Nanjundeshwara temple is spread out of a large area and is built in a style that reflects various parts of Karnataka's art history. Initially, it was said that it was being built by Chola. Subsequently, there has been additions from the other rulers. According to the local legend, sage Gautama laid the foundation for the temple by installing a linga in the area. In the 9th century, the Gangas built a small square Garbhagriha. The Hoysala pillars dated back to 13th century, as does the dancing Ganpati statue. The architects in the Vijayanagara period added to the temple structure with the Parvati and the Narayana shrines. According to the legend, an Asura by the name of Kesyan was terribly venomous and he was harassing the Devas. The trouble, Devas ran to Shiva for protection. He asked them to conduct a yajna at the site where there was the confluence of three rivers, the Kabila, the Kaundini and Manikarnika, and throw the Asuras into the fire pit when he arrived. The Devas followed the advice of Shiva, and when Kesyan appeared at the Yajna, under the pretext of welcoming him, they threw him into the fire. The god appeared as Agni and destroyed the Asura. Shiva stayed in the place in the form of a lingam and came to be known as the Nanjundeshwara after destroying the poisonous Asura. Over time, the lingam disappeared. Later, Parshurama arrived and placed and installed a Shivalinga as penance for having killed his mother, Renuka Devi. He installed the Shiva Lingam and began purifying the place. When he removed the brushes, he found the lingam bleeding. The injury caused by Parshurama is still visible on the lingam. He was about to end his life for causing injury to the lingam when God appeared and gave him a darshan and believed that Parshurama built the temple here. So, a lot of stories are there on this Sri Kanteshwara temple. It is also believed that the temple was consecrated by the Western Ganga dynasty during the 9th-10th century. The kings of the Chola dynasty later made contribution to the temple architecture in the 11th century. Then the several additions by the Hoysala kings, Tipu Sultan, even Hyder Ali was supposed to believe to be associated with this temple. The Vodayas of Mysore also done a lot of renovations at the temple. The architecture, the temple is a fine example of the Dravidian style of architecture. The temple has a 9-tiered gateway tower called the Rajagopuram. The presiding deity is Shiva in the form of a lingam. He faces the northeast direction. His vehicle Nandi, the bull, is on the northeast side too. The Garbhagriha was built during the period of Chola kings at the 11th century. The anterior mandapam where devotees can sit was added during the Hoysala period during the 13th century. During the Vijayanagara, the brick and mortar Shikara was built over the shrine. Later, the temple saw some development during the Vodayar kings.